Hare Krishna. Welcome to our ashram. So this ashram is called Serve Love Ashram, Bhakta Bandhav Dham. So I want to give a brief introduction to the ashram for those who are curious and those who are interested in coming. We have a 60-acre ashram here. We're in the Catskills in the Hudson Valley, about a 2-hour drive from New York City. And we started this ashram in late 2020, October. So this is our second year now. We have events throughout the year, kirtan festivals, bhakti yoga festivals, and we're also beginning a monk academy for young adults who are interested in coming and studying, practicing spiritual discipline. We say discipline that leads to freedom, learning self-control, learning to follow the 4 pillars of Dharma, Satya, Soch, Daya, and Tapa, truthfulness, cleanliness, compassion, and austerity. And therefore we invite you to come and practice amongst us, learn with us. It's not just a theoretical practice, but it's something that you live. And so therefore it's important to spend some time in this form of study. This is part of the ancient Vedic tradition where the first stage of life is called brahmacharya. It's student life, but it's integrated with the idea or the conception of celibacy or monastic life as one of the pillars of yoga. If you study Patanjali or other the Yoga Sutras, brahmacharya is an important stage. And so this stage is supposed to last up to the age of 25. And we don't find this so much in Western culture. In Western culture, from the time you go to school, 6, 7 years old, it's like, you don't have a girlfriend yet? You don't have a boyfriend yet? What's wrong with you? And so we're offering an alternative here. You could say a contrary alternative. We're not telling you have to be a lifelong monk, although that's also an option. We're telling you that practicing for a certain part of your life, the discipline of being a monk, can help you in so many different ways. You know, if your girlfriend says, oh, you're going to go be a monk, tell her, I'm training to become a good husband. I'm training to become a good father. I'm training to be a good businessman or a good doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, whatever kind of path you're planning on taking, we want to help you grow in that path. We are here as part of a timeless tradition, but we're also a spiritual startup, you could say, since we just came to the West and are serving this mission here. Really, we're part of an ancient tradition that's called Gaudiya Vaishnavism, part of the branch coming from Lord Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So it's really spanned back throughout time, you could say, without beginning. But in this present day and age, we're here serving under the guidance of our spiritual master, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, who is known as Bhakta Bandhav, Srila Gurudev, and under the direction of our Srila Gurudev, Bhakta Bandhav, and Srila Prabhupada, Swami Prabhupada. There are 2 acharyas here in this ashram. Srila Prabhupada, who brought Krishna consciousness to the West and was the pioneer propagating this mission throughout the whole world, and our Srila Gurudev, who was his bosom friend and who helped him in the early days of his movement and who was at the same time preaching throughout India. He was a sannyasi for over 60 years. And so we're serving under them both. Our Srila Gurudev left this world in 2010. And that's when we started Bhakta Bandhav, because our mood was, actually, Guru never leaves. So really, it's the best time to serve him is now. Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is now. Srila Prabhupada's mission is now. So our spirit is that we want to continue serving with every day, with every breath, with every ounce of energy. And so therefore they have arranged this ashram to serve them in. An ashram is this place, it said Vigata Ashram, where you can set aside your material struggles and anxiety and stress and come to a pure space where you can practice spiritual culture and you can come closer to the knowledge of yourself and the relationship with God. And so that's the purpose of an ashram. It doesn't mean you don't challenge yourself to grow. Actually, if you're not challenging yourself to grow, if you're not embracing discomfort, you could say, then it means you're making a choice not to grow. So therefore, in an ashram, we shouldn't think it's just a peaceful, beautiful atmosphere. It is. We have a creek running throughout our property. We have a lake right next to us. You know, you can swim in it and practice meditation. But we also are not just encouraging you to come and live a peaceful life. Our spirit here is to live an adventurous life in service of God and in service of humanity. Our mission's name is Bhakta Bandhav, which means a friend to everyone. And it's a name that's actually a name for God. Krishna himself, in a speech, discourse with Arjuna, his dear friend, he mentioned this name, Ashmakam Bandhava Bhakta, Bhaktanam Bandhavavayam. This was spoken 5,000 years ago. He said, I am the best friend of my devotees. Bandhav means superlative friendship, the deepest friendship. A bond that can't be broken, that means bandhan. Bandhav means it's a kind of bondage, but it's a bondage of love. So we therefore say in Bhakti Yoga, it's about relationship, not about renunciation. Renunciation is an aspect in terms of to embrace something, you have to stop embracing something else. You can't embrace two different things at the same time that are completely opposing. So it's about relationship. That means bandhav, friendship. Friendship is a kind of relationship. So Krishna says, I am the best friend of my devotees. And then he says, moreover, they are my best friends. And in that same passage, he says, actually, I'm bound to my devotees. So they are Bhakta Bandhav. Means I am bound to my bhaktas in friendship. They are my heart. Sadhavo hridayam mayam. And I am in their heart. I know no one but them. They know no one but me. So that is the mission. That is the mood of Bhakta Bandhav. It's the service to the relationship between the devotee of God and God himself. We're aspiring to serve that beautiful relationship of Krishna and his eternal beloveds. The Brajabasis, his eternal residents in his realm of Braj, we aspire to serve them. And then Krishna says next, Jagatam Guruvo Bhakta. My devotees are the teachers of the world. Jagatam Guruvo, what we call in Sanskrit as Guru. Guru means someone who brings you from darkness to light. Gu to Ru. And so that is Guru. And Krishna says, my devotees are the teachers or gurus of the world, and I am their guru or their teacher. So we see Bhakta Bandhav is all about this beautiful relationship between the Supreme Lord Krishna and his eternal devotees. And then the mood of friendship and caring and being a true well-wisher of the whole world. So that's integral to our mission, and learning to see the whole world as with affection. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. It's an ancient Sanskrit saying that means everyone is in the family of God. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Viddivanaya sampane brahmane gavihastani sunichaiva svapakecha pandita samadarshina. One who is wise sees all beings equally, because they see beyond the material designation and they see the nature of the soul. In each and every one of us, in every blade of grass, in every tree, in every animal, they see that. Therefore, one of the four legs of Dharma is compassion, doya. And we endeavor to live by that mood, and therefore that how we treat others is so important. Charity begins at home, so how we treat each other as a family, and then as a broader spiritual family, with the understanding that all beings are part of the family of God. And so therefore we should honor them. Namaste. The divine within me offers obeisance to the divine within you. Our golden avatar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jive samandibe jani Krishna adishtan. Honor all living beings, knowing that God resides within their heart. So then our mission in English, we call it serve love. Boiling it all down to the sweet essential essence. Serve and love. And we say love is like another name for God. And his aspect is his beloved Srimati Radhika. They're what we call the divine moieties, two inseparable halves. The divine masculine, the divine feminine. And so Srimati Radhika, we endeavor to serve her. She is that topmost pinnacle of the expression of love and devotion. Therefore her name Radha means she who runs towards God with love. Radhavati iti raga. Radha. She who is running towards Krishna with the mood of loving service in her heart, endeavoring to please him. That is bhakti or bhakti yoga or transcendental service. So for us, serve love means serve Srimati Radhika. For us, serve love means serve Sri Krishna. Radha, Krishna, they are the personification of divine love, the divine couple. So our path is one of a personal relationship with the Supreme Lord and his eternal beloved, Srimati Radhika. That is a path that is spoken of throughout the Vedic scriptures, but it's somewhat hidden because it's very precious. Like if you go into a jewelry store and you ask them, you see all the jewels in the counter and open display, then you ask them, is there anything else, anything special, anything that you don't keep out in the common counter that could possibly get stolen if there's a robbery? Why are you asking? First they may ask. Have you heard something? And so they may bring you back finally, behind and open up a beautiful jewel. So that is the jewel of Bhakti Yoga. The opportunity to have a personal relationship with Sri Radha and Sri Krishna in their eternal realm of Braj. As Lord Brahma says, where every step is a dance and every word is a song. Right? This mood of joy. Like we say in our ashram, people think material life is fun and spiritual life is a chore or a bore. No. Material life is a chore or a bore, and spiritual life is a constant festival. Like we saw in New York City, we often go to New York City and we participate in festivals there, and every day is a festival in spiritual life. And so that is, we're making steps towards that eternal realm where every day is a festival. And so that is our ashram here. Prem Seva is our motto. Loving service. In Sanskrit we say Prem Seva. Serve love. Such a simple message. That is our aspiration, to daily serve. You can do that every day. It's not something you have to wait 100 years to do. Every day you can serve love. And in doing that, we practice very serious sadhana, a spiritual discipline, chanting mantra, the mantra for deliverance, to free your mind of all kinds of material bondage, and to go towards spiritual relationship or spiritual bondage, you could say. We chant this mantra, everyone knows, I believe, here. We can chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra is the sweetest of the sweet, the most auspicious of all auspicious things. Madhuram Madhuram Itan Mangalam Mangalanam. The sweetest of the sweet, the most auspicious of all auspicious things. Therefore, by chanting this mantra, not only will it free your mind, but it will awaken your personal divine relationship with Sri Radha and Sri Krishna. That is their promise. So therefore we chant this every day, 16 rounds, or as we continue, we try to chant 24 or 32 or 64, dedicating at least a few hours of every day in this process of chanting. And then we perform kirtan, which you have probably seen. Kirtan is actually the dharma of this age. Kalo tad hari sankirtanat. So for those who know the Hare Krishnas as dancing in the streets, that's us. Why? Because this is the topmost religious practice of the age. And so for us, congregational chanting is an important aspect of our ashram life. Taking prasad or foodstuffs that are offered to the deities and purified and blessed by them. Hearing spiritual topics and staying in the holy places or going to holy places. These are our main limbs of our lifestyle here. And we also have other activities. We have festivals and events regularly. If you're interested, you can get in touch with us. We also have, we're creating a wellness center. So helping people heal from different kinds of trauma or just physical ailments, developing healthy lifestyles, learning how to practice yoga, learning how to understand and take care of your body, which is a vehicle for service,